Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing good. Today you can see some difference here, right? A darker background and a lighter or a brighter foreground. Now, why this? When I did this, actually, it reminded me of Star Wars. Well, jokes apart, this has been done deliberately, guys. To make sure that your eyesights are kept healthy. Because I know most of you go through these videos post your dinner in the night hours, and having a brighter background actually strains our eyes. So to keep your eyesight healthy, I made sure that the background is kept darker until your exams are over. And once your exams are over, we'll find new ways to destroy the eyesight, right? Kidding again. So let's start with first news of the day. Nirav Modi's presence in UK confirmed. All right, now it's a big news. UK government has confirmed CBI about Nirav Modi's presence in UK, and CBI has sought for his detention and extradition proceedings. Now, what is extradition, by the way? Now, extradition refers to the surrender of a criminal to one country by another. In this case, surrendering Nirav Modi to India by UK, and this process is done when the two countries have signed an extradition treaty, which we have done with UK. Okay, and India, this extradition is actually governed by Extradition Act of 1962. Now, please remember this act. Okay, now this can be asked in your preliminary examination. Now, according to the act, extradition request can be, entertained only under two conditions. Number one, if the offense is listed in the list of extradition offenses. Okay, and number two, if that offense is punishable with a minimum 1 year of imprisonment. Okay, not lesser than that. And there are some international conditions also for extradition. And before a country actually extradites any person to another country, it looks into three primary things. Number one, they look for dual criminality. That means if the offense in country A is also an offense in country B, if it has any political underminings to it, then it is not entertained. For example, a Baloch separatist leader in UK can't be extradited to Pakistan, because that's a political thing. And the third thing is no to capital punishment. If you extradite the person to a country and if he is given a death penalty, in that case also they will not extradite the person. Use MPLADS funds to contribute, MPs told. Now, the Rajya Sabha chairman Venkaiah Naidu, who is also the Vice President of India, and Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan, they have urged MPs to generously contribute from MPLADS fund for relief work in Kerala. Now, what is MPLADS? MPLADS stands for Member of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme. It's a scheme, guys, and it's a central sector scheme. And in central sector scheme, 100% sponsorship is done by union government. Okay, and in this scheme, every MP, he can recommend to spend at least 5 crore rupee every year on developmental work, such as health, education, drinking water, etc. Okay, now here MPs can also recommend in their constituency in case of Lok Sabha or anywhere in the state, if they are from Rajya Sabha. All right, and one of the provisions of this scheme, it states that during calamity of severe nature which happened in Kerala of late, in any part of the country, MP can recommend works up to maximum of 1 crore for the affected district. All right, now and this work will be carried out by concerned authorities. Relief work will be identified within 1 month and the implementation will happen within 8 months. Okay, and the ministry which is responsible to carry out this process is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. NDRF aid only for severe calamities. What is this all about? Now, whenever a calamity takes place in a state, the relief work for that is undertaken by state government through State Disaster Relief Fund. Whatever money is in the State Disaster Relief Fund, that is utilized. And additional assistance is given from the union government from National Disaster Relief Fund only when that calamity is declared as a calamity of severe nature. For example, the Kerala crisis. Okay, and this is done as per the National Policy on Disaster Management. Okay, so please remember this. And how this NDRF or perhaps SDRF gets its funding. How would they get their money? Now, NDRF is funded through, number one, National Calamity Contingent Duty, which is levied on pan masala, chewing tobacco and cigarettes. Second thing, during budgetary provisions, that is when the financial bill is passed during the budget process. Number three, when contribution is done by a person or an institution, which actually hasn't happened so far. Nobody has done any kind of charity as such. And at last, another important point here, this NDRF is located in the public accounts of Government of India. There are two accounts. One is the public account. Next is the Consolidated Fund of India. Okay, now this NDRF is actually put under public accounts. Please remember this. Now, what about SDRF funding? Now, SDRF funding happens as a grants in aid from the union government. Now, government gives money to state government as a grant in aid. All right, and the contribution between state and union is in the ratio of 75:25 in general category states and 90:10 in special category states. So please remember this: 75% of the amount is contributed by union government and 25% state has to arrange it by its own. And in special category, it is the 90:10. Okay, now this allocation is done by Finance Commission, and union government releases it in two installments, one in the month of June, another in the month of December. Okay, now there are few facts given here. You can just go through them by pausing the video, which can be helpful in your mains answer writing or essay perhaps. Credit registry, RBI Act may need tweak, says the RBI Deputy Governor. So what is this public credit registry? Well guys, public credit registry is a kind of database. Okay, now it's a information database wherein the information regarding all the credit products like home loan or the personal loan, in the country, which has happened so far, from the point of origination of credit till its termination is taken care. Okay, that means the whole history of the credit will be put there. Now, why do we need such a history, or why do we need such a database here? Now, lenders, for example, like banks or other financial institutions, now they'll get an overall view of the borrower now. Okay, with respect to his outstanding credit and the past performance. Now, they'll know how good he was as a borrower. Okay, now this will allow better screening at the time of providing credit, and also super monitoring during the life of the borrowing, whether he is giving his installments properly or not. Okay, now even that, the very process of repaying will also be monitored here, and this would certainly avoid irregularities and the non-performing assets, and this will help banks to take better decisions before they lend, so that they would know the borrower and then give him the money. Okay. Now here the Deputy Governor actually recommends for an amendment in RBI Act of 1934. Now why? Why do we need an amendment here in the Act? Well, basically the PCR, that is the Public Credit Registry, doesn't involve any financial activity as such, right? It's just taking care of the information. It's like creating a database. Okay, but however, RBI, as it is a statutory institution which has its limitation under RBI Act, it can't take PCR under it, because of PCR being a non-financial institution. So to accommodate PCR, an amendment in RBI Act is suggested by the Deputy Governor. Okay, and he has also said that instead, if not amendment of an act, we can also set up a separate department or a subsidiary unit to make sure that such kind of data collection is happening. All right. Clarify action taken on lynching, Supreme Court asks Rajasthan government. All right. Now let's have a prelim based question on this. Now consider the following statements and choose the right option. Statement A, lynching is a law and order issue and law and order subject comes under concurrent list. Statement B, state legislature can only make law for law and order subject. Statement C, state list is defined as per Schedule 8 of the Constitution. Now identify the correct option here and leave your answer in the comment section, guys, with explanations. Okay. Kindly like, subscribe, comment and share this with your friends. Thank you.